Hey, we're here kicking it in Jamaica. I'm with my pops, John Amos.
And I'm here with my son, Casey Amos.
We're kicking it on FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
Hey guys, CJW here. Some of you may know me as Chris Weaver from season 13 of The Voice. And you're watching FaceTime with Todd Wharton.
From Times Square in New York City, it's FaceTime with Todd Wharton. With special guests, Casey and John Amos. Musical guest, Chris Weaver. And now, here's your host, Todd Wharton.
Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to another edition of FaceTime with Todd Wharton. I'm your man, I'm your host, Todd Wharton. Now, before we get to our great lineup to kick off the year, let's get to some of the news. So as you all know, Michael Che and Colin Jost host the Weekend Update on SNL, where they have a parody where they write and swap jokes for each other, and then they read them live on the air. And it's actually pretty funny. I love that bit so much that, you know what, I want to join the fun. Now, guys, please keep in mind that the following monologue does not reflect the producers, the writers, or anybody at SNL, especially Michael Che or Colin Jost. This is going to be written, directed, and produced by the FaceTime with Todd Wharton team and myself. So you know what? Let's get to it. So it's been long known that the male and white genitalia are pretty much different in size, and there is some exception to the rules. And because I represent the little man, I just have to say that it's undersized, underrated, and you'll never see it coming. No lies. Well, if you like that one, let's try this one on for size. No pun intended. Now, not too long ago, Disney has announced that they're going to cast its first black mermaid in A Little Mermaid with the lead role of Ariel. Now, there is a stereotype that white man can't jump. Well, what I'm confused about is there's the other stereotype that black man can't swim. Now, hear me out. If Ariel jumps in the water, isn't the movie over? Guys, we're going to have a great show for you tonight. I have Hollywood director Casey Amos in the house with his father, Hollywood legendary actor John Amos is going to be in the house. And then later on, we have musical guest Chris Weaver, who's going to perform his new hit song right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. So guys, stick around and we'll be right back after these messages. FaceTime with Todd Wharton is brought to you by Tequilabot. Have you ever spent hundreds of dollars on a robot vacuum? Of course you have, because you're a lazy motherfucker. Now your problems are solved. Introducing Tequilabot. Just place your favorite tequila in the fridge, and when you're ready to clean, toss back as many shots as you can, and now you're a human vacuum. Look at him go. Look at him getting those hard-to-reach places that not even robot vac can get. Oh yeah, let's see that again. And when you're all done, Tequilabot comes with a self-cleaning option. Oh my God! And once it's empty, put it to rest and let it recharge for 24 hours. Tequilabot, now available in all major liquor stores across the country. 21 and older required for purchase. Prices may vary based on your taste. So welcome back to the show, everyone. So my guests tonight are a father and son team. My man Casey Amos is a Hollywood director and music video director, alongside his father, Hollywood legendary actor John Amos. Now, John is known for the hit TV show Good Times. You also know him from Roots. You know him from the Die Hard films, Coming to America. And right now, he's starring alongside Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Hart, and Regina Hall in the hit movie Me Time right now on Netflix. Later on in the show, we got my man Chris Weaver, season 13 of The Voice contestant. He's dropping his new single, new music video right here on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. But you know what? Let's take a look at a clip.
I think I can imagine how you feel.
Mister, you ain't got the foggiest idea how I feel.
What my husband is trying to say is, we don't know what to say. We were expecting, well, someone like... Well, what we really want to know is...
What the hell is an old man like you doing going on? Too bad, McLean. I kind of like you.
McDowell.
What is it?
Sir, I was wondering, did you happen to catch the professional football contest on television last night?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it was most exhilarating. The Giants of New York took on the Packers of Green Bay. And in the end, the Giants triumphed by kicking an oblong ball made of pigskin to a big H. It was a most ripping victory.
Son, I'm just gonna tell you this one time.
Yes, sir.
You want to keep working here. Stay off the drugs.
I know you have been inconvenienced, and I'm prepared to compensate you. Shall we say 1 million American dollars?
No way.
Very well then, 2 million.
You haven't got enough money to buy my daughter off.
Nonsense.
Joffrey, apologize to Mr. McDowell.
I will do no such thing. The man is beneath me, and so is his daughter.
I don't give a damn who you are. This is America, Jack. Now you say one more word about Lisa here, and I'm gonna break my foot off in your royal ass.
Pardon me?
You won't regret, no. All you gotta do is try a little tenderness. You gotta squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Got to hold her, love her, kiss her now. Try a little tenderness. You gotta squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her. Got to now. Try a little tenderness.
Please welcome to the show my guys, Casey and John Amos. Gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
So far, so good, Todd. Thank you. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing great, John. And first of all, man, this is the third time I got you on. Every time I talk to you guys, you're in some island, having a good time, getting all tan. When are you gonna hook me up, man? I can come out and be a butler. I can take care of you guys. What's going on?
I think you would love Jamaica if you ever get the chance to make it. And you'd really enjoy it with us because we made some wonderful friends here that'll take care of every possibly need or imagine that we would need.
Oh yeah. First of all, I mean, you guys just meet people wherever you go. You just happen to be two great guys. I love interviewing you. I love talking to you. I love the relationship I've built with you guys over the years, especially Casey as well. We've known each other for a while. Well, let's talk about some of the cool things you guys are doing right now. First of all, before we get into that, John, big ups, man. Happy birthday, brother. Yeah, it's another year around the sun. I know you're enjoying it. The best part of your life, you get to enjoy it with your son, which I think people should appreciate this relationship that both of you guys have. You guys having fun in Jamaica, though, right now? You having a good time?
Oh, man. We had chicken foot soup for the first time today. So every day is an experience down here in Jamaica. You never know what might pop up, you know. Fried fish and the dumplings and the whole nine. So we're getting like
a good home cooking.
A PhD in Jamaican culture down here.
Oh, I love it. And it's so weird you like chicken foot soup because, you know, I'm in New York. If I order chicken foot soup in the Bronx or something, it's probably going to come with like some corns or a little toenail or something nasty. So I'm glad you guys nailed it.
Yeah, you definitely got to be on the island for some chicken foot.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, right before we get into the film that you guys are working on together, I do have to mention this because I meant to be saying it a couple of times. Now, I never told you this, but one of my favorite films, I'll be honest with you, you know, you pops on a lot, but Beastmaster always comes to mind in my head, right? But I got to be honest with you, John, like, you're a big guy, and now that I'm older, it's really weird to see you in a giant black jockstrap. It's like the last thing I want to picture when I'm watching a film. It's like, I mean, what happened? They didn't have a budget? They couldn't get you guys a wardrobe change or something like that? You had to walk around in your underwear the whole time? Like, how did that even happen?
No, the wardrobe designer decided that she was going to do a thing with leather. Yeah. And I guess she had some S&M tendencies or whatever that overlapped into the wardrobe. But I didn't mind wearing the outfit. I was a lot more fit then. Of course, that was more than a weekend ago, and the body has changed as time does to all of us. So I look back on it and with fond remembrances.
Yeah, every time I
It was
see that, I'm
fun.
like, that's like the biggest Harry Christian I've ever seen in my life, man. It was crazy, but I love the movie. I love the film. And speaking of films, you guys are working on your biopic. Is that correct? Casey, you're directing this thing, correct?
Yes, we've been working on it the last 2 years, and it's called America's Dad, and it chronicles my father's entire life, all the way back to the days growing up in Newark and East Orange, New Jersey, and through his trials and tribulations with football and trying out for the NFL team, the Kansas City Chiefs, which ironically, that's where my name comes from, KC. It was
right.
inspired by his to be with the Chiefs for a brief moment, and then it goes all the way up to stuff he's been doing now, like Kevin Hart film Me Time, and some interesting behind the scenes stuff, and working with Margaret Avery over on this film called Block Party, and so you get to see the day in the life and a whole entire life of my father's all the way from his upbringing to now. So it's called America's Dad, and we're looking forward to everybody experiencing America's favorite father.
It's given me the chance to work with some of the acting profession that I have enjoyed for years and that I recognize as superior talents, i.e. Pierce Brosnan. We just finished a film in Ireland called The Last Rifleman, and it's a tribute to those soldiers in the war, especially in conjunction with the D-Day invasion. So that's one that I strongly recommend Pierce Brosnan fans to see. So it was wonderful, and it was historically correct because the things that are mentioned in the film are in reality historical moments, and we should all be aware of. It's also an enjoyable film, and I got to tell you, Pierce Brosnan is not only a consummate actor; he is a consummate gentleman. I mean, he is everything. I hope that your star of the film would be. No ego, consummately prepared, just the personification of the professional.
Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something. He can probably say the same thing about you. And I like how you mentioned Me Time, Casey, because I actually just watched that. And I love being surprised by the actors that come into it, because I didn't know your pops was in it. And you got to work with Kevin Hart, Regina Hall, Mark Wahlberg. And what I'm loving about this movie is that the actors that are in this movie grew up watching you. And now going back to your biopic, this is going to be an incredible film, especially to both of you, because KC grew up in your life, right? And vice versa. You guys got to live throughout the lives of each other. You got to watch your son grow up to be an incredible man, great director. And in turn, KC got to watch his father not only become a great actor, but really a great pop. You know what I'm saying? You could see it in all the videos from the TikTok and Instagram. Out of all the films that you guys have worked on together and separate, how special is it now to put together a film that not only is the life story of John Amos, but partially of Casey Amos as well? I mean, this is kind of really cool. That's why I think there is nobody better that can direct this thing than your son. How do you guys feel about that?
I agree with you 100%. I mean, he knows our history. I've watched him go from a aspiring filmmaker to a graduate from Cal Arts Institute with his master's in live action. So he prepared himself, and then all I could do was just add to his preparation by allowing him to express his directorial skills and ambitions through projects that I also had a love for. And we've created some things that we hope in time will become part of our trademark.
Oh, yeah. And Casey, to be honest with you, I've known you for a long time. And a lot of your independent films, your short films, you know, I have them in some of my series back in the day. So talented, bro. I mean, when I first met you, I really thought you were such a talented guy. And I continuously am going to push and see that your career and people understand, like, guys, this, in my terms, should be one of the directors up there with the Scorseses and everybody else, because you have that much talent in your whim. And I believe that all it takes is that one film, right? To let the world know who Casey Amos is. We already do, but I don't think they understand how talented you are. And I love it. And that's what I love about this camaraderie you both have. Your father's a legend. You're an amazing director. Even though you're related, you're also on separate paths as well, because you all build your separate careers. But once in a while you come together, not because it's the benefit of either or, it's because you do it because you're father and son. And that's more special than anything else in the world. And Casey, I'm definitely looking forward to being in the crowd and be like, yes, that Oscar goes to him, man. I'll be like, yo, Martin Scorsese, sit down, man. You already got a couple. Just take your seat, you know, and we're gonna have a good time. We'll get a party, and it's gonna be great. Your biopic, I'm gonna request it. I did it before I come to America, but I'm requesting it because now I get a little more pull. We have to have a red carpet in New York City. And we got to bring out all the big dogs to come see this movie, man. What do you guys think about that?
I think it'd be awesome. The premiere is going to be amazing. It's a very unique, symbiotic, creative working situation, working with my father, because, you know, we can be, you know, like a traveling studio basically at any moment that, you know, he wants to be spontaneous and relate a story that connects to the surroundings that we're in. We can just break out the red camera and do some really interesting stuff. So it's not going to be your average behind the scenes looking at an actor. You know, there's some real good storytelling that happens during the process, and, you know, meeting all the friends that he comes across and interactions across the world. And we actually filmed it in 7 different countries, so it's got a very eclectic look to it.
Wow, 7 countries. So you're looking to start this in LA, I'm assuming, right? Because you both, well, you're in another state at the moment, but is that where you're looking to premiere this thing? To start it off?
Either coast, the East Coast, you know, my father being from New Jersey and everything, so East Coast and New York or Newark would be incredible, you know. And we have a great relationship with the Florida Film Festival and Orlando Film Festival, so I think at some point we'll definitely be screening there, and Vegas as well. My father just got awarded top accolades at the Black Las Vegas Film Festival, so we plan to be back there. Of course, LA. You know, that's where I was raised, and bring all my peeps that I grew up with out. So we're going to be hitting 4 or 5 different states.
That's amazing. When do you think you're gonna close it out and check the gate for the final run to possibly consider the premiere? Do you guys have a futuristic, you know, kind of dates that you're looking to do?
Screenings in the spring, but we'll be doing them big time in the summertime when the film festival circuit is in full force.
You know, you used an expression that I haven't heard in a long time. It's the technology has surpassed the industry as I knew it when I got in. You said, check the gate. I haven't heard that in a long time. They used to say that after your critical shots, you know, let's check the gate. I think we got something we can live with. But
That's
you don't
right.
have to, or it's already checked electronically, right?
That's right. That's right. And that just tells you my age. Thanks a lot, John. Appreciate that. Love you, dog.
Yes, man.
Yeah, it's I was actually speaking to an actress about that I think that the whole social media world doesn't understand that you don't have to rush to get stuff out, whether it's an independent film or regular film. Check the gate was one of those phrases where it's like, let's make sure the shot was perfect, the sound, everything was quality. If it's not, let's do it again. And you know, and that's always in my head, because even when I'm done with this interview, I'm going to make sure I make it look good, right? Check the gate, throwing stuff here, make the sound look good, because it's all about once you put it out there, it's done. You can't go back. You could, right? You could do a little comic stuff, but you can't go back.
Ever. And that's what a lot of actors forget. It isn't like you could go back and rectify it once it's printed. I mean, that's it. That's forever, man.
Yeah, 100%. And when you become people like you and KC, and then I'll throw myself in there because I'm an editor as well. We're perfectionists, right? We're artists. So we want to make sure our stuff looks good.
Our best work possible. The public does our best work. We're given a wonderful opportunity, so it's incumbent upon us to do what we can do to make it, to be deserving of that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree. There's your next film, KC. Check the Gate. That would be a perfect title for a film, right?
I like that. Keep that on the low.
That'd be dope. Oh yeah. Well, I think a lot of people, honestly, KC and John, are really looking forward to the American Dad, because, be honest with you, a lot of people you're working with now, the people that you guys have become friends with, you and KC, over the years, I mean, they all pretty much grew up admiring you. You know, from all the films that you talk about all the time, to all the short films, to all the, the plays and all the TV shows. And, when people talk about legendary careers, I think they exaggerate the word legend, right? They think you've done one thing, you become a legend. And a legend, people have to understand, is it's a lifetime of amazing work in all different fields, but not just on the screen. It's what they do off the screen. And to become a legend is to become an artist to look up to, but also become somebody that a dad can look up to, right? A son, a brother, and you've done that. And I think your son, even though, KC, you're the childbearing of your dad, I think it's easy for you to call your dad a legend because he has become that legendary father that most people they wish for. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I was definitely standing on the shoulder of giants, and but he had such a organic and low key way about going about things when I was younger. It didn't. He just seems like a regular father. It doesn't have the whole Hollywood aspect or anything like that. From my perspective, he's just down to earth pops, and over the years, it's always been like we've been best friends. So it's a beautiful symbiotic working relationship, and creatively and organically with being born as KC Amos.
I love it.
Blessing for me is the fact that, being a younger generation, he's so in tune to the latest technical innovations. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, right now, right in the room we're in, and here in Jamaica, he's assembling the drone. We went out and purchased a drone the other day, and if anybody had told me that we would have such a device accessible and able to operate it when I came into the business, there was no such thing as a drone.
Right.
And now to have that you can do these amazing shots with, and that my son is conversing with, thanks to him keeping his finger right on the pulse of what's going on, film-wise and cinematographically. It's an amazing synergism we have.
Yeah.
I don't know how I see them, because they didn't exist when I was coming along. That is, that being able to see all these vistas and all this detail that the drone is capable of capturing, and that KC, with his eye as a director, is capable of filming. So it's been a wonderful synergism. And I'm looking forward to us continuing to work on the biopic as well as some independent features. And we have quite a few in the hopper.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can just see there's a great camaraderie between both of you. And I agree with the drones, because, I mean, the cranes of old days, putting a huge camera on a huge crane to go all over the place to shoot, you don't even need that anymore. You can buy a $50 drone to save yourself and just have somebody, work it. And you can get shots that you can even get with a crane, because it's faster, it's quicker, you can get the right angle, you can go up and down. I mean, it's crazy, the technology today. But I would never add that technology to the old classic films, because it would change the game. And, that's why it's great to see how technology has grown over the years from where the films were from It's a Wonderful Life, right? All the way up to where you are today. But it will never change. It will never change the talent of an actor or a director. I don't care how much technology you have.
Or a good story. You've got to have a good story. If you're going to make a good film, you better have a good script.
Yeah, and you guys wrote a great script, and I think a lot of us were really excited to see this thing come out. I think it's overdue. I know you got a lot more films under your belt, gentlemen, but this biopic that you're doing together, I think it's going to be real special. And I think a lot of your colleagues, your family, your friends, your fans are really going to look forward to seeing this thing. And I think the media is going to eat it up. At the end of the day, this is a real biopic that's not going to miss a beat, because we all know a lot of biopics we see on a lot of these networks today kind of are exaggerated or missing pieces because it was a money thing or there was hate behind the film. They cut people out. I think people are going to enjoy this film because it's done by the people that actually lived it. And how do you guys feel about that? That nobody could tell you what to do. This is your film and this is your baby. And at the end of the day, this is your family.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like they could be done no other way. You know, we've worked together often over the years, and now we're really putting our foot off in this and packing it with all kind of nooks and crannies of unique stories and moments, so you really get the true essence of being in the shoes. We put the viewer in the shoes of John Amos, and I can almost promise it's gonna shed a tear and make people laugh at just about the same time.
I love it. And John and KC, I just want to tell you, when I finally get to meet you in person, we'll get a toast, because this has been years in the making. I watched you guys for the past 2-3 years grow together as a family, and the least I can do is buy you a lobster or a drink or something, and just toast to, yeah, man, it just toast to we are overdue. And you just let me know when that premiere hits, whether it's LA or New York, or if you guys need me for anything, you guys already know you got me. So I'll be there for you.
Let me know where we're going to do this, and we'll eat dinner commensurate with whatever location we're in. If we're in New York, we got to have a pastrami from Katz's famous deli. Okay,
let's do it. Let's do it. That would be great, man. Katz. Yeah.
Going to be doing it in, and I'll tell you where we're going to eat, what we're going to eat, or I'll suggest it. I won't tell you.
No, but you know what? At this point, John, you can tell me what to eat. I'm good. You can be like, Todd, listen, you got a lactose intolerant, you got a dairy allergy. Well, today you're eating ice cream, all right, brother? I'm telling you that, right? John Amos is telling you to eat ice cream. I don't give a crap if you got IBS. You go to the bathroom. You got to enjoy this. You have an ice cream with me, and I'm going to be like, okay, John, I'll do it. just for you, I got you. So I got you, John.
Speaking of ice cream, we picked up some pralines and cream earlier. You gonna have some later?
Absolutely. No,
that's my favorite. Really?
Yeah, that's Pop's favorite too, pralines.
That's right. Vanilla and caramel with a little bit of the praline nuts. That's the way to go when you do some ice cream.
You got it, buddy.
That's right. That's right.
You know that, though, don't you? You
what?
got good.
You damn right. Yes, right. I got good taste, especially in ice cream. I was a fat kid growing up, so I know all about food. So,
Todd, where are you right at this moment?
Right now, you look behind me. We in Times Square. We having a good time. I'm going to show you guys love, because this is my second year this year. I'm going to be covering the New Year's Eve ball drop, so I'm looking forward to that. John, happy birthday. KZ, congratulations on everything that you've done up to this point, man. I'm proud of you guys, seriously.
Thank you, Todd. We enjoyed your company. Always love being there on your show, man. Continued success.
Thank you, man. What was that? What was that last part?
Take care, buddy.
I appreciate you. So, guys.
The voracious Todd.
That's right. The voracious Todd Wharton. You guys, you heard it right here from KC, my man Amos, and John Amos. And, guys, we'll be right back with musical guest Chris Weaver, finalist from The Voice. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Performing his new hit single, my man, Chris Weaver.
You know, you're not making time for anybody anymore, Chris. We don't understand. I mean, you secluded yourself in the middle of nowhere. Have you even talked to your dad? Do you know your father's in the hospital, Chris?
I mean, I know he's in the hospital. I mean, I know, but what do you want me to do? I'm dealing with my music, and I have these shows, and with my label. I have a lot going on.
Well, I would figure that you would take a little bit more time in what's going on with your label, with your agent, you know, with the people who are trying to help your career and push you forward.
I mean, I'm trying. I can't have this conversation right now. I gotta call you back. What?
Oh, take your time. Take your time. Take your time with me. Yeah. Take your time with me. Spend your life with me. Share my energy. And let's just be free. 'Cause I feel like I'm flying furthest from the flow. Don't even have to try, it's everything I am and more. Before I was so tired from being on my own, and now I got you here with me, I'll never feel alone. Take your time with me. Ooh, darling. Spend your life with me. Spend your life with me. Share my energy. Share my energy. Let's just be free. Yeah. 'Cause I feel like I'm flying. When I'm with you, I soar. Can't even look another way. You're all that I adore. With you, it's feeling timeless, like we've been here before. So I'ma take my time in this. You're all I wanted more. Yeah. Take your time with me, darling. Spend your life with me. Spend your life with me. Share my
Hello,
Hello, may I speak with Mr. Christopher Weaver?
this is he.
Hi, Chris. My name is Kevin Willis from Mercy General Hospital.
Yes?
I'm calling to inform you that earlier today, Mr. Lorenzo Weaver passed away. We're sorry for your loss. Mr. Weaver.
Take your time with me. Take your time with me. Spend your life with me. Spend your life with me. Share my energy. Share. And let's just be free. Yeah. Oh, oh, yeah.
I gotta call him. Hey, Dad. I'm coming to see you.
So first and foremost, everyone, I want to thank Casey Amos John Amos, and my man Chris Weaver for being a guest on FaceTime with Todd Wharton. Truly a pleasure to kick off the New Year's with all three of these great gentlemen. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I know I did. And like I always say, it's 2023. Live your life. Be who you want to be. And at the end of the day, if you're not living a passionate life, then whose life you live? Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.
Todd, is there any chance at all that the show might be nationally telecast soon? We need Todd Wharton on TV right now for the quality, man. We need you.
Thank you, John. You know, coming from a man like you, that means a lot. And hopefully one day, ABC, NBC, if they're watching, I think I'm ready for FaceTime with Todd Wharton to be on a major network, and I think the world's ready for me as well. It's because of guys like you. We have to come up with something new, entertaining, and make everybody happy. And I appreciate you guys for that.
Thank you, Todd. You deserve the very best. You are amongst the very best, so it's only right that you have your own show on the network. I'm looking forward to somebody making the right decision to put you on in that spot. So, Jimmy Kimmel, it's been a nice run. However, you must surrender the throne.
Yeah, I heard through the grapevine, Jimmy Dave retiring soon, so I could definitely see Todd Wharton filling that role.
Thank you, guys. So I have to say, you heard it right here. Todd's coming to America with Coming to America. So we're going to have a good time, man. Thank you, John, and thank you, KC, for that wonderful thing. Jimmy, I'm not looking to boot you out, bro. I love you, man, but hey, if you ever tell ABC, I'll open the doors under you or go after you. I'm down, but thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate you. FaceTime with Todd Wharton's in the house, and we ain't going nowhere.
FaceTime with Todd Wharton. God bless you, man. Straight ahead.
Thank you, bro.